Hi, I'm Dr. Brian McDonough. It's occurred to me that I've talked about viruses mutating, but I really haven't explained what happens. And I think it's important when you talk about COVID-19 to understand what's going on and how it happens. What happens when you get COVID, the actual virus enters your body, is it gets into your genetic material. And what it does is it continuously makes copies of itself in cells. That's how it gets around your body, and it gets worse and worse and worse. It takes hold. Well, when it makes exact copies of itself, it does a very good job. But every now and then there's an error. There is genetic material that comes out that's slightly different. And if that happens, and then those cells are reproduced with this mutation, you theoretically could pass a virus to someone else, which is different than the initial COVID virus. That's how we had the Delta strain and how there's a Lambda strain. And that's why it's really important that you limit the spread of the virus, because think about it, the more people who have the virus, the more times it reproduces, it makes copies of itself, and the greater the chance for an error or a mutation. And mutations can be totally harmless, most of them are, or they can be very serious. Thus far, the mutations have caused the virus to spread faster. So in other words, a mutation that allows it to move faster has taken over. And that makes sense because if someone developed that mutation and they spread it to someone else, it would really get through a community quicker. And that's why it starts in a certain part of the world. We've taken the names of countries out of the picture and we just call them Delta, Lambda, because we don't want parts of the world to be blamed for a virus. It could happen almost anywhere. So again, the key here is that if you limit the spread, you limit the chance of mutation, and you limit the chance of a very serious mutation. Now, people have asked about the mRNA vaccines, and they say, well, are we doing the same thing by introducing these vaccines? No. The key to the mRNA vaccines is there is no viral particle. There is no virus introduced into your system, so a virus can't reproduce. All the mRNA vaccine does is it fakes the body into thinking that it was exposed to the virus. And basically it thinks that it has to build an immune response, and it thinks it has to form antibodies, and it does. So essentially we've outsmarted the virus. The problem is right now we just don't have enough people trusting the vaccine.